everyone. So today I'm going to take you through our new office design project. This is our latest project. We are in September 2022 and today we are ready to hand over this project. So let me give you a brief about the client. Our client is a set of 3 advocates. They are very privileged lawyers in their industry, and we happen to got this opportunity through a word of mouth through our another cherished client. So we feel really happy that we got this particular project to do. Right once you enter the office, the first office that comes is this one, and this is an office that is being designed for a woman lawyer. She is Advocate BAANI. So Advocate BAANI CHHIBBER MAHAJAN. We have tried to give her more storage space and add more utility to her workspace. And if you see, there is a very dainty style. So we've added these antique gold legs in the table and tried to give it a little feminine style of a lawyer office look. The stone is ivory here. Again, this table is a huge size. It's 8 by 3. So it occupies a good corner space. We have definitely taken up a corner concept of this particular office because we wanted to give again a lot of circulation space here. We have these visitor chairs coming in. These visitor chairs are again matching with the theme of the office. They have a teak grandeur to them. I would say it's a stylish classical style chair with the modern color of dusty pink and a dusty pink lamp. So overall, this area, this particular wall has been given for these tall units which can accommodate a lot of files for the lawyer, and it's not only on this level but also on the bottom level. So even this can be used as a storage unit. Why we've used glass here is because we didn't want to make it look very block space and make it look dull. So this is the office space. I hope they enjoy working in it. They have drawer storage here. So we've tried to blend a lot of style of storages for multiple usage purposes. Books are coming in open, files are coming in closed shutters. So overall, I think it should give them the required space for their kind of work process. So this is the other side of the corner. There you see a full L-shaped wall hung unit as well as an L-shaped floor cabinet. So again, here you see there is a color gradation. You see the floor has grain and texture, so we picked up colors that go well and do not look very dark. The lighting has been improvised here. We have these beautiful fans from the brand Fansart. Now Fansart has these new concept fans which have light and blades of the fan together inbuilt. I will just switch on this fan and give you a feel of it. It has a 3 light gradation also. So this is first gradation, then second, then third. So as per the season, as per your light requirement, you can do that. And if you switch on the fan, it beautifully opens up these acrylic blades and it has a very classic feel overall. The other side of the left side has a conference room. So there are a lot of interns and a lot of people who come to get trained, and this office is a good space for client meetings, for file work, for new interns. So it has been kept in a very light and a very modern aspect. So the table and the entire color scheme of the conference has been made a very youthful experience. So we've used a good green. It's a very unusual warm green, a leaf green, and we've tried to add a twist to the entire office color scheme and give conference a fresh vibe so that it doesn't look boring. And whatever paintings that you see here have been crafted by us. Especially this goes well with the green look of our office and our conference room. In this workstation space, you see behind me, there is a storage cabinet again for files. We've blended it with open storage and closed storage, and anybody from these cabins can use for immediate cases in this particular genre of work profile. Now we are walking into our main client's office. Our client, Advocate B.R. MAHAJAN, is the Advocate General of Haryana government, and it is a true honor to be able to design his office. I think it's been a great journey overall. Today I'm going to walk in Advocate B.R. MAHAJAN's office, that's Advocate Baldev Raj MAHAJAN, and show you how the office has come up. Walking into this office gives you a grand feel, makes you actually come across a person who has legendary achievements, who is holding a very prominent position in the government, and we ensure that everything that comes as a design element in this office speaks volume about his work, his persona, and his overall work becomes more functional and more aesthetical, giving him a boost in his space. As you walk into this office, you see a grand aura is depicted. The table, the chairs, the overall storage cabinets, there is a sense of royalty that has been induced in this space. You see the table here is humongous, it's a wooden table. These kind of elements that we've added here is basically also looking at the functional requirement of the profession and officer. Here a lot of interaction from higher officials is going to be conducted, and that's why the width of the table is good enough for discussing files. Apart from that, the length is 9 feet, so it's a huge table and very functional. It has teak finish with antique gold accessories on top, and as sir wanted a very functional chair, that's why the chair is very contemporary and very ergonomic for him to use and have back comfort. Apart from that, we've also ensured a lot of circulation space here. You see that the storage units are here and there's a lot of circulation space. This unit is a supportive unit when you're talking about your cases. Definitely this reflects an aura of a lawyer, and we were very happy to design these storage units because they became a very functional and a very qualitative asset to our design. It was a challenge to create storage because, as the profession calls for, there are a lot of cases that have to be handled, which needs a lot of paperwork, a lot of book references, no matter how the digital world is going, but this profession definitely requires a huge amount of paperwork. So when you walk in this space, from the table you come to the visitor space in this office. Now this visitor space has also been treated for luxury yet official sitting work. Now here this is a Chesterfield sofa, very plush, and we've tried to use fabric because again we got a good brief from the client that they are not very leather friendly, and keeping the weather conditions of Chandigarh in mind, they wanted it to be a good blend of fabric and any other material. So then we played with leather highlights and fabric furnishings overall. So this has come up very rich and very premium. It looks plush, it looks beautiful, it has a texture and a very ethereal finish of the leather. We've also teamed up the floor furnishing with a black and white rug because it just made a good contrast with the caramel brown flooring and the furniture, and a sweet little table here in the center with a golden highlight. So these things definitely matter a lot when you're setting up a space and add to the comfort as well as the overall look and feel. This chair has been designed by our team, and we have crafted this chair also in our workshop. So this chair is really beautiful, very spacious, a comfortable high chair and a good combination of leather and fabric as we've put. This furniture customization that we offer our clients is basically for giving them more unique solutions. You see this table also coming up manufactured in our workshop. This beautiful clock again gives a very stylish, modern, yet a solid olden charm to the entire office space. We have ensured that the sitting is such that the director table, if there are more clients or more people in the office, you have the director sitting on his chair and being able to communicate with the guest as well. So it's a very open design. Now there were a few challenges here in this particular site, because when we got the site we learned that this is the second floor and this was to be actually utilized for a party area. But when the client bought this house, they wanted to convert the top floor, the second floor, into their office. The challenge is that we have no staircase for the office, so it's a lift that has been given. So everything that you see that has been placed in the office has been lifted in the air 42 feet high approximately through cranes. So whether it was toughened glass, whether it was these humongous slabs of stone and the furniture, we had to ensure that nothing breaks and nothing gets tarnished, because the cost involved also is a concern. So successfully we've been able to do that, manage it, and let me take you further to the office. So forward to this is this particular wall, which has been accentuated with WPVC panels here. These panels were used because there was some kind of water seepage inside, and we tried to control it but still didn't want it to look tacky. So that's how this grey background is supporting the beautiful bohemian lamp and a good planter, which is a life-size planter which adds volume to the space. Now there's another storage nook that we have crafted here in this particular room, in the Advocate General Baldev Raj Mahajan cheese room. Here we've also given a storage for books, because definitely it was required as a client requirement that we need books to be in front of our eyes, and for the clients also, and for our office use also. So we utilize this particular partition space, and we've given some nooks here which are open to the workstation area in the office, and you see it doesn't make it look very claustrophobic, yet it gives a very transparent look to the entire office. So we've placed a trophy or an award that sir has received. Now as I told you that second floor was a big challenge to get these toughened glass pieces lifted in the air, and finally we managed to do that. We also have used a German quality aluminium, which is a slim aluminium and has a beautiful matte coating on it. So it is a very contemporary office overall, but definitely we have kept the essence of a traditional lawyer in place. The next office is of the second director of this particular office setup, and that's Advocate PRATEEK Mahajan, a gold medalist, and it's a true pleasure to design an office for him, because he gave us so much of creative liberty, and he's a very enthusiastic and a bright person to interact with. So this office again has a contemporary statement. You see stone tops are an integral part to make it look lighter and give it a very classier feel overall to the director table. We've used a finish which has a stone texture effect on the entire table, with some beautiful grey chairs to add a little vibrant touch and break the wooden monotony of the space. Grey and blue has been a theme of this particular director office, with some leather highlights and some traditional highlights like the quill, some storage options. Now there's something innovative that I want to show you here. Is this looks like a decor piece, but it is not only a decor piece, it's a utility piece also. So here it opens up like this, and this becomes a box, so you can put your keys or storage and still remain close to your profession. So this particular area is for the awards or the other kind of trophies that the client has achieved, because I told you he's a gold medalist, and he definitely has a lot of achievements which he will eventually put here. But to make it a very youthful and very vibrant, we have actually used these kind of decor pieces. So you see order, Vakil Saab, just to make it look little more interesting and quirky. That's all wooden with some planter highlights here in the corners. And then also we've added a good sitting arrangement in this particular corner. We've added some birds to make it look again very light and chirpy, and this particular sitting arrangement is for the visitors. So you can have 3 people, 3 visitors sitting right next to your table, and then you can have 2 more supporting visitors sitting here. Very comfortable sitting, very enjoyable, very interactive, and you see the color of the executive chair and the visitor chair goes well. So the theme has been blended into cobalt blue, greys, beige and off-whites. So that's how it looks overall. Congratulations.
really nice office. Virtually, it gives pleasure to work by sitting at such a place. The way I wanted the culture around me, I have found it. It is coupled with the total modern concepts.
In the office, we have to sit and work in this, fusion of modern elements that provides, certain comfort to work for longer hours that we put in. So I believed the space and the comfort with the ethnicity of the profession, I loved it.
Dad would probably more be into a traditional office, but I wanted more of modern elements in this office, that even if 20 years down the line I look at this office, I feel it's still new and relatable. So that is something which I've got with the little elements that have been added. Entire decor, it gives a feel of freshness and a place where you would want to sit all day.
You give me vibe of suits. Harvey Specter को address करने आओ.
Yeah, I really love my office.
So everything is very proportionate, हर चीज़ की proper जगह.
Thank you, Gurjot ma'am, for giving us this really beautiful office. I personally love the elements that you've introduced in my room. I can see this being my preferred space for working. The color combination that you've played with and the mixture of books and the modern antiques, modern items that you've introduced, they've created a very unique feel for me in the office, and I think overall the feel is very relaxing, so that is going to push me to work even harder. So I'm very thankful to you, and I really commend your vision, because this is something which we could not have foreseen, but you had that vision, and now we really love this space that you've given us to work in. Thank you so much, ma'am.